Who is there? Can you open the door, Watson? Oh, hi. Welcome, Mrs.
Hi,
Jones.
Mr. Holmes.
Please sit down here.
I have a problem and I must explain to you immediately, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, I understand you. Please write your report here.
That tomorrow is the first day of the examination for the Fortescue Scholarship. I am one of the examiners. My subject is Greek, and the first of the papers consists of a large passage of the Greek translation, which the candidate has not seen. This passage is printed on the examination paper. Today, about 3 o'clock, the proofs of this paper arrived from the printers. At 4:30, my task was not yet complete. I had, however, promised to take tea in the front rooms, so I left the proof upon my desk. I was absent rather more than an hour. As I approached my outer door, I was amazed to see key in it. For an instant, I imagined that I had left on my there. But on my feeling, in my pocket, I found that it was all right. The only duplicate which exists, so far as I knew, was the which belonged to my servant minister, a man who has looked after my room for 10 years and whose honesty is absolutely above suspicion. The moment I looked at my table, I was aware that someone had rummaged among my papers. The proof was a 3 long split. I had left them all together. Now I found that one of them was lying on the floor, one was on the side table near, and the third one was where I had left it.
The first page on the floor, the second in the window, and the last one where you left it.
Exactly, Mr. Holmes.
Of course. Please continue your very interesting statement.
I soon saw that the interviews had left other trace of his presence beside the round papers.
Excellent. Fortune has been in your side.
This was not all.
Had anyone visited your room after the papers come to?
Yes, young Ross came in to ask me some part about the examination.
For which he was entered,
Yes,
but might be recognized as your proofs.
possibly.
No one else in your room?
No,
Did anyone know that these proofs would be there?
no one saved the printer.
Did this man Bannister know?
No, certainly not. No one knew.
Where is Bannister now then?
He was very ill, poor fellow. I left him collapsed in the chair. I was in such a hurry to come to you.
You left your open...
I look up the paper first.
Oh.
He must have entered through the door. There is no opening except the one pan.
Dear me, if there is nothing to be learned, we had best go inside. As far as I can see, there are no signs here. And you said you left him in a chair. Which chair did you say?
By the window there.
Yeah, I can see. Okay. You were not aware of any fear that hurrying the stairs as you entered the door, right?
No, I can't say I was.
He wrote so furiously that he broke his pencil, and then he had to sharpen it again. The other color was the pencil, light brown. So look for such a pencil, Mr. Smart. Then you have got your man.
No, Mrs. Soames, let us have a look at your servant, Bannister. Please come in, Bannister. I have a list of questions for you, Bannister. Let me ask you. Had you left your key in the door, right?
Yes, sir.
Was it not extraordinary that you should do this on a very day when you were there? Papers inside.
It was most unfortunate, sir, but I have occasionally done same thing at other times.
When did you enter the room?
It was about 4:30. That is Mr. Holmes' tea time.
Okay. How long did you stay there?
When I saw that he was absent, I withdrew at once.
Did you look at these papers on the table?
No, sir.
Okay. How came you to leave the key in the door?
The tea tray in my hand. I thought I would come back for the key. Then I forgot.
Has the outer door a spring door?
No, sir.
Okay. Then it was open all the time, right?
Yes, sir.
Anyone in the room could get out.
Yes, sir.
When Mrs. Soames returned and called for you, you were very much disturbed.
Yes, sir. Such a thing has never happened during the many years that I have been here. I nearly fainted, sir.
So, I understand. Where were you when you began to feel bad?
Where was I, sir? Why, here, near the door.
There is singular because you sat down in that chair over yonder near the corner, right?
I don't know, sir. It didn't matter to me where I sat.
Okay. You stayed here when you must have left, right?
Only for a minute or so. Then I locked the door and went to my room.
Okay, that's enough for me. What do you think about the Indian guy? Why should he be pacing all the time in his room?
I think there is nothing in that. Many men do this when they are trying to learn anything by heart.
Okay.
So what would you do if a flock of strangers coming on you and you were preparing an examination? I'd see there is nothing in that. But that fellow does puzzle me.
Who?
Why Bannister, the servant? What's his game in the matter?
He impressed me as being such a perfectly honest man.
So he did me. That's the puzzle.
Hi, welcome. Please call Bannister and get Chris.
No, Mrs. Gilchrist. I never said a word.
You're a girl here, right?
Yes, sir. It's true.
Good heavens, have nothing to add?
Yes, sir, I have. But the shock of disgraceful exposure has delivered me. I have literally here, Mrs. Soames, which I brought to early this morning in the middle of the restless night. It was before I knew that my sin had found me out. Here it is, sir. You will see that I have said I have determined not to go for examination. I have been offered a commission in the radiation police, and I'm going to South Africa at once.
I'm indeed pleased to hear that you didn't intend to profit by your unfair advantage. But why did you change your purpose?
There is a man who set me in the right path.
Can you tell, not clear up the last point in this mystery, and tell us the reasons why you're acting like this?
Could you believe me, sir?
No, indeed.
It was simple enough, sir. Time was, sir, when I was butler to old Sir James Gilchrist, this young gentleman's father. Well, sir, when I came into this room yesterday, the very first thing I saw was Mrs. Gilchrist and Willislett lying. I know those Willislett well, and understood their message. I flopped down into the chair. I did like my head ache and called Mrs. Soames. Then out come my poor young master and confessed it all to me.
I think, Soames, we cleared your little problem up.